comment?
What's the issue, sir?
I'm asking you a question. What was your comment?
I don't answer questions.
No. Oh, let me explain something.
Whoa,
If I'm talking to you, I can. So don't do that.
Sir.
And it's being recorded, so no need.
Okay, well, what's your issue?
But I'm asking you a question.
And I don't want to answer the question.
Let me explain something. How about this? Let me see your ID. Let me see your ID. What's your ID? Could I get your ID, please? That's my last time asking you.
Hold on.
Could I get the ID? That was my I asked you 3 times. I'm not going to ask you again. Could I get your ID?
Please.
Could I please get your ID? That's the 3rd time I'm asking you.
Can I reach for my pocket?
I asked you to give me the ID.
No, sir. Officer, you're asking.
Do me a favor, have us stand over there.
Boss, we're cut the investigation into him, so you can stand there, but we're talking with him.
My thing is this, though. Where is all this coming from?
When I say all the way to the end, I want to
Provide the ID and he can talk to you.
Yeah, but what I want to know is where all this is coming from. Can I have a sergeant, please?
I mean, the sergeant was present,
Where's
so.
the ID?
Well, who's the sergeant?
Could I get your ID?
Who's the officer in charge?
I'm the officer in charge because I'm asking you to give me the ID.
Okay. So what
Let me explain something to you.
Okay.
You guys want the respect from us, but you're gonna give me the respect.
I don't know.
No, you want to know why? So you ask for respect, I'm gonna give you respect. But when you disrespect me in such fashion because I'm doing my job, then we have a problem. Then when I'm coming up to you to talk to you, you want to get an attitude and go hit me with the, oh, I don't have to talk to you. I can make it where you talk to me because I'm going to ask you for your ID. But what I'm asking for is the respect, because when I'm doing my job, I don't want to be cussed at and talked to any kind of way, because when we do it to you guys have a problem with it. So that's the issue here, okay?
That's the issue, sir.
But let me explain that, and that's why I'm explaining to you.
Wait, keep listening. Just keep listening. You get your time to talk, but keep listening.
It's the fact, it's the principle of how you did it. It's not like I'm disrespecting you or whatever, but then when I'm asking you a question, like the effort, like I can't ask you a question. I can ask you anything, and I can get your ID, and I can take whatever I need to get.
What was it that triggered?
I just told you, sir.
Okay.
I asked you. You said whatever you said your comment, right? And I asked you what was your comment.
Okay.
I asked you what did you say?
Right.
Because it's fuckery, right? What we're doing, we're bothering people. This is our job.
About?
What are you talking to? That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm talking to him. He comes into my conversation. So he goes, "What did you say?" So I'm going to tell you what I said in my conversation.
So what did you say? So the attitude behind it.
No, what I said was that was fucked up. But what am I talking about?
But my thing is this: when I asked you,
what I'm trying to say is, what am I
but when I
talking about?
asked you, what was the comment that you said? It's the attitude that came behind it.
But sir, I'm sorry, is that breaking the law? If it is,
It's the attitude. But I'm asking you a question because if there's something that I
Welcome back, my PBM family. Welcome back. Another episode of Old School Cops. As you can see, my boy Shane has finally took off back from his vacation and extra sick days that he took. I'm glad he's back in the passenger seat riding shotgun with me. And as you know, I always try to bring on special guests with different appearances. I have my boy Reg. He's just his first time joining the panel. He got 20 plus years on the job. He spent half of the time as a K9 and the other half as a patrol officer. As you know, he's the godfather of the bunch, right? This is Ted Golden. He spent some time as a police officer, a few years. Then he went over and became a DEA agent, spent the rest of his career as a DEA agent. He's the older one in the crew. He got more seniority than anybody I know in law enforcement. So we kind of take what he says and we kind of run with it, because if there's something that you need to know, either he's been there or he witnessed it. So we always love having Ted Golden a part of the panel because he knows a lot. He's a very smart man. Go ahead, Ted. You can give the first.
Hey, man. I'm gonna give a B- to the young man that got stopped. He de-escalated. He came down. He listened. He tried to become respectful. That's the way a citizen should respond, especially when they put their foot in their mouth. The officer, I'm gonna give him a D. His approach was a little bit too brash. He really said some things that weren't true. And you know, you got to watch the way you approach people. Sometimes you just got to ignore it and let people go. Especially, I can say this again, because everything's being recorded. You know, you're an actor on a stage, and you got to play the part. Unless your life is in jeopardy, just play the part. And you know, he kind of broke it down, but he kept talking. The best thing for him to have done once that guy calmed down was to cut it and let it go and say,
Right.
have a nice day. He spent too much time talking. So I'm going to give the citizen a B, and I'm going to give him a D minus.
Thanks, Ted. I appreciate that. And I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people need to understand when you're dealing with an excessive aggressive fool like this officer was, because me personally, I don't even think he had enough to stop him. He was being a smartass. Let me tell you how he's going to be a smartass. I said I wouldn't comment that you guys talk, but I want to bring in some key factors. He was talking to his friend about the police actions that they were doing. So the officer heard him. He said it loud enough. So his defense was, listen, man, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to my friend. Right? So the guy was like, well, what you said, the officer was like, well, what you said is disrespectful, so I'm going to come over and I'm going to give you a little attention. You can't, because your feelings is hurt, because you felt like you was being disrespected, stop and start demanding identification. Yes, as an officer, could you walk over and talk to anybody? By far, you got every right to walk over and talk to anybody. But when you start detaining people and demanding identification as a retaliatory approach because you felt disrespected, your feelings was hurt, you are in violation. You are stopping this man's constitutional rights and freedom. You don't have a legal authority to demand, because you felt like, even though he was talking to his friend, you knew he was talking about you. So you just want to implement your authority by showing him who's boss. I'm going to stop you, and then I'm going to take your identification. I'm glad that the civilian here had the better head on his mind to be cool about it, because the worst thing that you can do is come in contact with an officer who is policing through his emotions. He has thin skin. That whole contact, he could have said what he had to say and let it keep walking. But now you want to impose your authority when you have no legal right to do that. And so I go ahead, Shane, man. I just hate cops who do shit like this.
Man, I gotta agree with both of you guys. The title of this, "Cop Disrespects the Constitution," and the First Amendment of the Constitution says, "Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, of abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people to peacefully to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances." The young man was talking to another person. It was their conversation. The officer decided to go ahead and quote unquote eavesdrop and come over and talk to the individual there. Now, as you know, when we stop anybody on the street, it's consensual. The officer didn't have no PC, didn't have no RS. It was nothing at the sort. He didn't like what was being said. The officer had no right at all to stop him about anything. People can say whatever they want. As long as you're not breaking the law, hey, you're okay. Our goal as officers is to uphold the Constitution, not disregard the Constitution, is to uphold it. And what this officer did was totally incorrect. He could have approached them and said, hey, I heard what you said, or, I overheard the conversation. What do you guys mean by that? If you want to kind of ease into it. But again, you cannot let feelings get involved when it comes to policing. We're professionals. We have a job to do, and the community looks to us. I have to agree also with a senior statesman, Officer Golden, is that the young individual did an excellent job of trying to de-escalate the situation. He took a step back. He said, "Officer, I want to know why you stopped. What was this about?" Honestly, I was talking to my friend. I wasn't really discussing, but since you want to know, he brought it all the way down. Now that young man himself shows himself to be the professional, and the officer was unprofessional. Those are things we just don't do. And when we do this, antagonize the public, trying to berate the public, this is the things that they see. They're like, you know what? We can't even say anything because the moment something happens, that you're coming to talk to us about nothing. He had no right to stop the individual at all. There was nothing in any type of police manual. There was nothing in a in-service training. There was nothing in the police academy that would tell you to talk and stop this individual unless you had PC or RS. So I have to agree with Officer Golden. The officer, he didn't do such a great job. He gets a D on that. The young man, he tried his best to de-escalate, to bring things down, and I'll give him a passing grade. But the officer could have done a lot better job. And I hand it off to my other partner, Reggie.
Yeah, because the officer had no probable cause to stop that guy for his ID. He was just being nosy. He was listening to something he had no business listening to. If he wanted to get dude, wait till he get in his car and drive off or something. But
There you go.
you know.
There you go.
But dude did a better job than the police did. Police was wrong. He was wrong. He was wrong. He had no business listening to the conversation. He had nothing to do with it. Man could say what he wanted to say to his friend, you know?
Right. And we got to remember too, Reggie, in harmony with what you just said, the stop, it has to be consensual. He could have walked away, he didn't have to say anything. There was no need for him to stop. We're not obligated to, the public's not obligated to talk to us. We have to investigate our own. If there was a crime, they're not obligated to help us in our investigation at all. So it was a consensual stop, a consensual approach. And he overreached in what he did. So you hit it, Reggie, right. He hit it right on the head.
Yeah, he was being nosy, you know? Nosy people see and hear the wrong things.
Exactly.
No doubt, no doubt. And what I need to tell people, right, is that, we get back and we quarterback by policing, and we understand right and wrong, policy, procedures, Constitution. And we took the job, and we've been on the job a long time. We all human, and we're not saying that we was perfect police officers. Because we have at times, and I'm just going to say myself, have been in very similar situations to where somebody said something and you want to actually confront them on what they said, but you had to actually do it within the law. Like you know how many times, and I'm quite sure you guys had it, the same. You talk to somebody and somebody want to interject. Somebody want to, my man, I'm talking to this person. I'm talking to that person. Yeah, and then they start talking crap on the side. Man, that was me. I'll kick his ass. I'll do this and that. Like, you can't go over there and then want to confront them, but stand on something legal. You can't do that because he does have a right to say something, right? But if he's not talking, he's talking to somebody else, it's going to be hard for you to go and say, yo, he threatened to kick my ass. I wasn't even talking to him. Do you know I was talking about him? All these things will take place in the courtroom. So you got to be real careful when you want to clap back at somebody. I've had situations where I'm talking to somebody running their mouth, but they run their mouth to somebody else, just like they being real slick, just like this guy was doing. He was saying loud enough so I can hear it, but he was talking to somebody else. So after I had my encounter, I just walked over, I started walking in his direction. He starts walking away. So I start walking behind him, and he turns around and said, "What?" I was like, "What?" And he was like, I said, you need help with the police or something? And he was like, fuck, I need help. I said, nah, because when I was over there and talking, it seemed like you was over here waiting for me. I seen that you had a lot to say to your friend. I just wanted to make sure you was good. I said, so if you good, then you good. As a police officer, I'm just checking to make sure you're all right. You stopped me? I said, nah, you're free to walk away. But I just want to make sure you're good because people don't normally stop next to the police unless they need police protection. So if you need my protection, somebody's messing with you, just let me know. Yo, here's my number. If you want to tell me who's bothering you later on, this is me just clapping back in a legal way because he pissed me off when I was over here talking. I didn't go over there and detain him, pat him down, start searching him. Should I have done that? I probably should just let it go. But I'm just sharing moments that I've had when somebody, you're dealing with an idiot, you're dealing with some asshole, and they just keep getting on. But I didn't use my authority. I didn't detain them. I didn't stop. I just went over and had a nice, casual, consensual, free leave conversation. And my terminology was, hey, you might need help. Like, people normally don't stand around the police unless they need something. You need something. You need protection. Because if you need my help, I'll be. That's what I'm here for. That's the job here. And then he's like, what? I don't need that. I was like, nah. What you getting excited for, brother? I'm just making sure because you was yelling and what you was going to do. I figured, somebody was over there bothering you. Yeah, I know he was talking about it. But now I'm pulling them on. You was talking about you was going to kick that person's ass and all that. So now I'm kind of backing him in. He's not saying I'm talking about you because he's being slick with it. So now I'm being slick with it. Now I'm making him eat his own words. Like, I heard you was over here talking about you was going to kick somebody's ass. You need me to, I could take you home if you're scared. Like, I want to make sure you're all right. You good? And that's just how I dealt with situations like that in the past. You can't try to check somebody and then do it illegally. You just do it. That's the wrong way to do that. Should you be checking them? I ain't violating no policy. I ain't violating no law. That was just me doing what I do.
Right.
Anybody? I'm gonna close it out before I close it out. Anybody want to share a story?
I got a story for you, Joe. I got a story for you.
I told y'all he's been doing police work more before all of us on this panel been alive.
Before I was born.
I
know he got a story.
Hey, Joe, I hold a record for the most people in the back of the squad car. So we walk into this club at 4th and Vance, and it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm a rookie, you know. So we've been in there a couple of times before, and it's always the same thing. I walk in the door. We walk in the door, and they say, "Hey, Teddy, you stay at the door." And they shut the music off and tell them, "Look, it's time to get the hell up out of here. It's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Shut off the music and go home." So if you got a problem, see the big brother at the door. You know? So we go outside, and the guy looks at me, and he said, "That ain't what your sister said last night." And I go, "What did you say?" He said, "You heard me." He walks up on me and bumps me with his chest. So I snatched him up and threw him in the squad car. The next thing I know, here come 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them coming at me. And I'm just putting them in the squad car. So I got 7 guys in the back seat of the squad car. And the one on the top said he got to pee. So I said, "Well, I guess you're gonna be watering everybody." So fortunately, I was like less than 2 miles from the jail, and we took him to the jail, the Sally Port, you know, when you go to the sheriff's department, and I was pulling him out of the car, and the guy said, what you, Bobo the Clown or something? You pulling all these folk out of the clown car, man." So I locked up 7, charged with public drunkenness is what I charged him with. But the thing was that my partner just standing there laughing at me, going, "Teddy, you gonna lock?" I said, "Hell yeah, I'm gonna lock all of them up." They kept coming. The rest of them got smart and they left.
Yeah.
But I hold a record in Memphis for the most folk in the backseat of the squad car at one time. 7. Three sitting.
And when most people don't know about
3 sitting, 2 sitting on top of them, and 2 prone.
Oh man!
Dang.
Wow.
And what most people don't know about Ted's a big boy. Ted, tell him how tall you are. Man.
I'm 6'5", about 270 right now.
Ted's 7 feet tall.
Yeah. Ted's a big boy, so I can imagine when a dude come up to bump you.
Oh yeah,
He bumped the waist high.
He was spit drunk, Joe. He was spit drunk. He was so drunk he didn't know better.
Wow.
It only cost him $50.
Anybody else before I close it down? Shane, Reg.
Nice to meet y'all.
Thanks, Reg. Thanks for coming out, man.
We're glad you joined us, man.
Yeah, Ray. Good to have you, brother.
Got to give respect to the dog man, Joe. Got to give respect to the dog man.
Right.
Oh no doubt, definitely. I'm quite sure he got a lot of stories to tell.
Go places we can't go,
everything.
man. He take his canine partner with him. He go places we can't go.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Hey, let me ask you just a side question, right? Can canines be racist? And let me tell you why, right? I had an open door of a business.
They colorblind.
They are colorblind.
Yeah, they're colorblind.
Yo, let me tell you. I just thought about it just now, right? I had an open door of a business, so I called a canine to come and with his dog do a search, and he came. So normally canine goes in, canine handler, then I come in behind him, and I'm just following the canine handler. So when the canine guy came in, and he's about to go in, I was like, "You want me to follow behind you?" He's like, No, I got it. So I was like, all right, cool. So he did the search. It was empty. He came and put the dog on. He's like, nah, I'm not trying to be a dick or nothing, but the dog is racist, bro. Everybody he bites is black. I was like, nah, he was like, nah, for real. I said, how the fuck can a dog be racist? He said, yo, this dude, we did a building. He said, we did a building search with other officers, just like you called. It was 3 white guys, 1 black officer. I let the dog go. We went through the whole fucking building. He comes back and bites the black officer. He went right past the white. He's just, and that's not the first time he bit just black. Like, he's like, yo, this fucking dog is racist.
No,
he can just smell a brother. That's all. He can smell a brother.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I could not believe that shit. I was like, a fucking racist dog.
That's wild.
No. His heart probably was beating the hardest.
Yeah.
You know, they go for heartbeat and your smell, your odor.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because we ain't too keen with dogs and shit.
No. I was only minority K9 handler in the county.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I can believe that. We didn't have any in Memphis. Everybody was white. When I was there, all the handlers were white guys.
One of our K9 handlers for a different department got killed. And it's about 250 dogs out there for funeral. I was the only one.
Oh man.
I was the only one. Out of about 250. I was the only one.
How did they treat you?
Huh?
How did they treat you? Did you feel it? Or they treated you pretty good?
They treated me good because I was good at what I did. They come for me for assistance. They know I wasn't doing something right. They said, how can I fix it? You know? And when I left the job, a white guy said, man, I'm gonna miss you, man. I appreciate everything you did for me.
Wow.
Oh, that's good. That's the way you do it, man.
Yeah.
Well, my PBM family, thanks y'all for the support. Continually support the page. Continue sending videos. Share, like, subscribe. Please continue being a big supporter of the PBM brand. Please make it home safe. The main goal is that we have fun, but it's an educational platform. We're telling you how to survive an encounter when you're dealing with an excessive, aggressive police officer. So your fight is not on the side of the road, it's in that courtroom. So we can take that energy that you've seen people day in and day out put on the side of the road, get hurt, get killed, and put it in the courtroom, will actually save a lot of lives, and you got a lot more rich people walking around with big bags and payouts from police misconduct.
Yep.
So hopefully, we can reach as many people we possibly can. So be safe, and I'll see you next time.